Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we got the collection update or pickup haul. But in this video, this is probably the biggest pickup I've ever done, the biggest haul. I've done a couple of big ones. I try not to go crazy, but I think I went a little crazy on this one. The good thing for me is a lot of this stuff came in at a really, I did a little bit of everything this time. It's not just eBay. I did thrift stores. I did like the Goodwills. I've done a lot of whatnot, and I did one eBay reseller who is Dragon Master 222. We'll get to that in a minute. So I got a pawn shop haul. I got a pawn shop haul. I got a Goodwill haul. I got a haul from eBay reseller Dragon Master 222, and I got just a mega haul from Whatnot. If you guys aren't familiar with Whatnot, I'll fill you in a little bit more about Whatnot at the end. And hopefully you guys can go over there and check out some of the deals they got over there on Whatnot. Anywho, without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at this awesome mega haul that I have for the month. I mean, I picked up a lot. Again, like I said, because I bought a lot of it from Whatnot, a lot from the Goodwill, it wasn't very cost prohibitive. It was a pretty good month. Let's dive in. So from one of the little pawn shops, a local pawn shop around where I live at, is called We Buy Everything. I just picked up a few things there. They didn't have much. I walked in. That's what I'm doing now. I'm doing like thrift stores and pawn shops. I'm checking some of the local guys out instead of just buying from eBay. Because I've been buying a lot from eBay and like Goodies Disc Exchange over the years. I haven't been to Goodies Disc Exchange and I haven't purchased from them in probably almost a year, maybe probably about 8 months. It's been a while since I purchased from there. But anywho, this is from We Buy Everything. Starting with a classic Bow Wow and Nick Cannon movie called Roll Bounce. This is a fun family movie. I really dug Roll Bounce. It was a really good movie. If you are a person of a certain age and you just want some good nostalgia, Roll Bounce is a really good, fun movie. Bow Wow did a good job in it. He did a good job in Lottery Ticket too. Here's another one that this is one that I actually wanted for a little bit. Again, I wanted it, but I didn't really go out of my way to find it. But I'm glad that I was able to find it. And I got it for like probably less than $1 because this stack from We Buy Everything, We Buy Anything, this whole stack I'm going to show you from them was $10 even, no tax. I just gave him a $10 bill and walked out, and he was cool with that. So I picked up Blank Man with Damon Wayans. This is a fun movie right here. Silly, real silly, fun movie. Blank Man. Next up, I picked up, this is the Blu-rays. It was just the 2 DVDs. We got Body of Lies and Three Kings, a double feature. Yep. Next up, we got, now this is one that I just saw the cast and I said, yeah, I don't know much about this one, but it looks good. You got Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt, James Corden, Anna Kendrick, Chris Pine, and Johnny Depp, Into the Woods, a Disney flick. I didn't hear anything really about this, but I said, why not? Here's one, a really cool double feature right here. You got Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men. I liked both of these. These was fun. Here's one. This is new sealed, a copy of Superbad. I didn't have Superbad in my collection, so I jumped on that. Hit and Run. And another Chris Pine, Ben Affleck movie. Casey Affleck, Ben Foster, and Eric Bana in Finest Hours. So that's everything from We Buy Anything. Now we're going to take a look at what I picked up from my local Goodwill. And I picked up, this is all DVD, but it's some really good stuff here. So I picked up, first of all, I picked up Red Eye. Red Eye is a fantastic movie. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's a good movie. And there was a lot of buzz around this movie because it just recently got a 4K release. And the 4K for this was like $35. I'll be honest with you guys. I watched this movie on DVD and it looked great. And I didn't see where all the hype about it being, I mean, they were selling that movie for like $35. I know it came out on one of the boutiques, but it was a solid movie. But $35 bucks for it? I mean, I don't know. I guess for me to spend that kind of money on one movie, I would really have to love the movie. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Red Eye. And all of these movies I got from my local Goodwill, they was 99 cents a pop, except for one, and I'll show you. Next up, we got St. Elmo's Fire. It's a pretty cool movie. Back in the day cast, all the good like teen actors of the time, even though they was a little bit older than teens here, but you know, this movie take you back to like the Breakfast Club and stuff like that. This is a brand new sealed copy of, you got Clive Owen, Jennifer Aniston, Exhibit, Derailed. I'd never seen this one or heard anything about it, but I'll check it out for 99 cents. Why not? Next up is Jodie Foster's Flight Plan. Robert De Niro and Edward Burns, 15 minutes. This was a Blockbuster movie, okay. Yeah, this case kind of reminds me of, yep. You got the Blockbuster embossment. Brand new seal copy of Antoine Fisher. Surprised I didn't have this one in my collection, but I didn't. The Legend of Bagger Vance. This is one that I definitely should have had in my collection a long time ago, but I didn't, and I got it now, so I'm pretty cool with this one. Ryan Phillip, Benicio Del Toro, Juliette Lewis, Taye Diggs, and James Caan. Way of the Gun, baby. Now, I did see this movie. I'm just surprised I don't have it in my collection. I'm not surprised. It's just, you can't get everything all the time, but I'm glad I have it in my collection now. It's a fantastic movie. Another banger, The Butterfly Effect. Now, I didn't care too much for the movies that came after this in the series, but I dug this one. This is one that I've been meaning to watch. I didn't get around to it yet, but I'm going to check this one out. It's called Stillborn, Fear the Unknown. No, Fear the Unborn. It's called Stillborn. This looks very, very interesting. And I picked up Wayne World's 1 and 2 double pack, 99 cents. I picked up the Santa Claus triple pack, 99 cents. And I picked up Band of Brothers. Now, my guy over at Delon Movies, he just picked this up, but he got the Blu-ray one. This is DVD. I'm okay with that. But he came up. He got his Blu-ray set for A Song and a Dance. This one was cheap. This one was $7. They didn't charge me 99 cents for this one, but I said I'll pay $7 for it. I didn't have a problem. It was $6.99. And so that's my haul from my local Goodwill. Pretty good haul. $7 for the Band of Brothers. I ain't mad at it. 99 cents for everything else. All right. Next up, we got a haul from a small haul. That's over 5, I call a haul. Yeah, so we got a haul from eBay reseller Dragon Master 222. Go over there and check him out over there on eBay. This guy got like a variety type of store. He got all kinds of like different things. All kinds of like little curious goods. You might want to just go check him out, see what he got. So from him, I picked up a Blu-ray version of The Day the Earth Stood Still. This is an upgrade. I got this on DVD. And this one got both versions. This got the classic, the original Day the Earth Stood Still from back in the day. I think, yeah, that's the 1951 release right here. And then it's got that, the new one. This is a good movie. Both versions is good. I seen the original years ago, and I seen this one. Next up, The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan. Gotta complete my Karate Kid collection. Brand new seal copy of Kong Skull Island. Zero Dark 30 with a slipcover for those slipcover fanatics. 101 Dalmatians, again with a slipcover. Conan the Barbarian with a slipcover. And I got this. This is a 50 movie collection. 50 sci-fi movies. Now, there's some good ones on here. Of course, there's going to be some generic ones. When you get these type of packs, all 50 aren't going to be good. But Brother from Another Planet is on here. And to me, that one movie was worth this whole set. So 50 sci-fi movies. There's some decent ones in here. There's some corny ones too, but overall, this is a pretty solid sci-fi set. You got some cheese and some good ones. So that's everything from Dragon Master 222, eBay reseller. Check him out. Now, everything here is from Whatnot. Now, we're going after we do the whole video and we recap everything right before I close, I'll talk about Whatnot. Now, I'm quite sure a lot of you guys know about Whatnot, but some people probably didn't because I didn't know about Whatnot until recently. Well, I did. I heard about it in passing, but I just like really started getting into Whatnot. And you can get some pretty good movie deals over there on Whatnot, depending on what seller you're buying from, because some of them got bundles, some of them are strictly auction where they auction off stuff. You can still get some decent deals even when they auction, but you got to know when to cut off again when they auction, because these are live auctions and they go fast. They're not like eBay. These are live auctions, so you got to know when to cut off. You got to know the value of a movie and factor in that shipping to see if it's cheaper to just go buy from somewhere else. It might be, but then you got a lot of the sellers on there who sell their movies reasonable. Like they'll do Blu-rays for $3. They'll start their bids at $1. So you got to know what channels to follow. And I got one in particular I would like for you guys to follow, but we'll get on that at the end. So from Whatnot now, it's a bunch of different sellers. I just got everything as Whatnot because I don't remember all the sellers. So, and when they send you movies, you don't get a list of the movies. You just get, how they do it is, when you buy your stuff, when you get ready to cash out, they'll hold your stack up, the stuff that you picked, and you take a screenshot of that. So you can take a screenshot of that and probably, annotate on the picture what's the seller. So when you get your tracking and when the package come in, you can match. Because so far, one seller has messed up my stack, and he sent me movies that I didn't order. Fortunately for me, the movies that he did send me, they wasn't bad movies, and I didn't have them. So it was okay. He got half of my order right, half of it wrong. So out of the stack, I think 5 of these I didn't order, but it was fine because there was 5 movies I didn't have. So I really wasn't sweating it. Again, I'm sorry for that. Let's dive in and take a look at what we got from Whatnot, then we'll talk more. We're going to do the DVDs first because I did get some DVDs because they had one of the sellers who I really like and follow. He got a decent selection. He did a DVD show, so I jumped in and grabbed... look like 2, 4, 8 DVDs. Yeah, I think they was like 4 for 5 or something like that. And I got 8. So let's dive in. I got this one here. Kenneth Branagh, Robert Downey Jr., Daryl Hannah, Tom Berenger, and Robert Duvall in The Gingerbread Man. That looked good. I never heard about it, but it looked pretty good. So I jumped on that. This one is a good movie. I do remember having this back in the day when I was into my DVDs, but it just ended up missing. So you got Robert De Niro, Francis McDermott, and James Franco in City by the Sea. This was a good movie. I saw this years ago. I love this movie. Harrison Ford and Julia Ormond and Craig Kinner. Sabrina, another good movie. We got Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta in Ladder 49. Clint Eastwood and Hilary Swank and Morgan Freeman in $1 Million Baby. Now, I had this in my collection at one point. Not sure where it got off to, but I got it again. A 2-film collection, Fred Claus and 4 Christmases, both with Vince Vaughn. Get my Christmas movies up. And then I got this one, Meg Ryan, Mark Ruffalo. That was enough for me to buy the movie. In the Cut. Never heard of the movie. In the Cut. Looked interesting, so I jumped on it. And when I did the video, you guys remember I did the movie, 10 movies that'll make you cry. And I didn't have a movie that will make you cry, but I fixed that. I finally got, don't you guys troll me in the comment section, but I finally got my hands on The Notebook. I could have had this movie. I thought it was a beautiful movie. I thought it was a great movie. I liked it. I didn't have anything against it, but these type of movies, I see them in the store and they're like a dime a dozen. I just pass them by, but I decided to go ahead and grab a copy of The Notebook. And this whole stack here, 8 movies, was $10. So $10, who can complain? You'll grab some stuff that you didn't really think too much of when it's a reasonable price. What's that? $1.25 per movie? I was cool with that. Next up, this is all the open copies because I got a stack of sealed and I got a full stack of open Blu-ray. So everything else now is going to be Blu-ray. And this is still from Whatnot, different sellers. Okay. This is one of the movies I didn't order, but it was sent to me anyway, which was fine because it's a decent movie. And we got Hot Tub Time Machine. Again, I didn't order this movie. I probably wouldn't have ordered this movie, but it's fine. I can live with this. This one I did order. This is The Debt. And you got who? Helen Mirren, Sam Warrington, Jessica Chastain, and Tom Wilkinson. Next up is Risen. This look intense. And this is an upgrade for my DVD copy of Gran Torino. Now, I really didn't care to upgrade Gran Torino. What happened was, again, Whatnot, I was building a stack. And I was pretty much done for the night. I was tired. I was getting ready to get off. And I needed one more movie to complete my stack because this was part of his Blu-ray show that he was having. And it was so many movies for a certain price. So I needed to complete my stack. So I just said, throw this one in there just to complete my stack. But Gran Torino was a solid movie. But again, I got it on Blu-ray. And I didn't really feel a need to upgrade. But, oh well, here we go. This is definitely not the type of title I would have bothered upgrading from DVD. But I did, so. Next up, here's one. Mrs. Peregrine's Particular Children. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This looked pretty good. A fun little movie. Next up is a Spike Lee joint, Miracle at St. Anna. That looked pretty good. It's a war flick. I like war flicks. I don't know much about it, but it's a war flick. And it's a Spike Lee movie. Here's one that looked really good. Let's see here. I think this might be a foreign flick. I don't know, but it looked good. I ran a trailer for it. It looked okay. I said, okay, we'll check out Mr. Nice. It looked interesting. I'll check this one. I didn't see it yet, but we'll look into it. John Travolta, Christopher Plummer, and Tay Sheridan is Never Too Late for One Last Heist, The Forger. I heard about this one, but I never saw it. This one I did see on one of the streaming services. And this is Left Behind. This was okay. It was all right. Nothing crazy. It was a decent watch. One that I could have had my collection a billion times. But, again, with a lot of these sellers on Whatnot, you build in this stack. So you're getting 3 for 10 or 4 for 10. So you once you start a stack, you want to complete it. So I got the November Man. And this is not a bad movie at all. This is not a bad movie at all. I just never got around to buying it. I saw it, but it's a good movie. And I'm glad to have it in the collection. Here's one that I did see years ago. I just, again, never got around to getting it. Nicolas Cage, just to go in with my Nicky Cage collection. I must got a lot of Nicky Cages. Drive Angry. I'm going to start we're doing director spotlights. I got a few more of those coming up. But I want to start doing, like, actor collection videos, like where I will show you all my Nicky Cages, all my Denzels. That's coming up. Here's one. I never heard of this one. James Franco, Kate Hudson, Tom Wilkinson, and Omar Sy. Now, a lot of people don't like James Franco. I don't know much about him outside of his movies, but I like his movies. I like the way I like his acting. So I don't know much about the scumbag stuff that he do off the camera, nor do I care. But this one is called Good People, and it looks interesting. This one, I saw this one, and I could have swore I had this in my collection, but I didn't. I thought I had this one on DVD. And it's Al Pacino and De Niro back at it with Righteous Kill. I saw this movie. I thought it was a little bit on the cheesy side, but again, Whatnot makes it really cheap and easy to buy some titles that you probably wouldn't buy otherwise. Next up, we got The English Patient. I heard nothing but great things about this. I never saw this one, but I heard nothing but great things. And you got 9 Academy Award wins, so it's got to be something to this. This one is called The Project. It's a horror movie. I think it's a horror movie. It looks interesting enough. It rates really high on IMDb, like 7.5. Again, like I said, I always use that as a guide, but if a movie is like 7.5, there's usually something to that. Let's see. We have a Guillermo. I always butcher his name. Guillermo del Toro. Crimson Peak. This one looked banging, actually. This got 2 New York Film Critical Circle Awards. Marion Cotillard, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jeremy Renner in The Immigrant. This looks fantastic. This looks really, really good. I need to check this one out. I watched this one yesterday, and I thought it was an okay movie. It wasn't all that, but it was all right. It was a decent horror watch. If you want to watch a horror movie, something you ain't seen before, you got Lynn Shay. I love Lynn Shay. Tobin Bell and Chester Rushing. You know, you got Lynn Shay, who they call like the grandmother of horror or the mother of horror, whatever the hell. And then you got the guy who played Jigsaw together as husband and wife in a horror movie. So it was all right. It's called The Call. And I watched it. It was all right. Again, like I said, it's not, if you're going into this, you see Lynn Shay, and I think that's Tobin Bell. If you see those two in the movie, you're thinking, whoa, going to be off the Richter scale. Not quite, but it was decent. Next one is called, you got Guy Pearce. That was enough for me to jump on it right there. Ray Winston, Danny Houston, John Hurt, and Emily Watson in The Proposition. I wanted to make sure I was saying that right. A Western movie, so I had to jump on that. I love Westerns, one of my favorite genres. And again, Usual Suspects. I did purposely upgrade this. I do have this on DVD, but this was cheap. This was like $3. So I purposely did an upgrade for my Usual Suspects. Next up, we got All the King's Men. Action movie Badass Chicks. Remember, we still collecting those. I still got to get Anna, and I got to get, it's quite a few, but I know I want to get Anna, and I want to get Colombiana. And there's a few more, but those two I'm really holding out for. But anyway, Ultraviolet. This is going to go in with my badass action movies, Chicks. So I'm collecting movies where they're action movies, not just female-led movies. There's a lot of those, but female-led action movies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to collect as many of those as I can, because I really do enjoy a lot of those. A lot of those are really, really good. I have no problem with a female lead in an action movie. Long as the movie is good, the pacing is good, the action is good, the fight sequence is good, it could be a female. I have no problem with that whatsoever. The Time Traveler's Wife. Eric Bana and Rachel McAdams. This was a banger right here. Good movie. Next up, we have one, and again, I could have swore I had this in my collection on DVD. But you know what, guys? I remember we talked about it in my Q&A video I did. I did have a DVD collection that got stolen when it was a decent size, about 60 or so titles. This was many moons ago. This could have been in that original collection. I probably never got it back. And then again, when I moved into my new house, I noticed when I unpacked my stuff, there was maybe a box or two of my movies missing. I'm not saying the moving guy stole them without saying that they stole them, but quite a few of my DVDs was missing, but that's fine. We are way past that now, baby. We are way past that now. Now, from Whatnot, we looked at the DVDs. We looked at the open used copies of movies. Now let's take a look at some of the new sealed stuff that I got. Again, great prices. Great prices. I got Spell. Now, this was a misorder. Remember I told you in that stack it was a misorder, but that's fine. This movie, I'll take it. I don't have it, so I take it. And I know for a fact it was a mispick on the order, because there's no way I would have bought this. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it, but I watched this on the streaming service like twice, and I did enjoy it. I wouldn't have bought it, but I got it, and I don't have it in my collection, so that's fine. The Bad Guys. And this one is called Spell with Amari Harwick and Loretta Devine. Next up in here, this is definitely one that I didn't order this one. It's called Norman. I don't know much about this one, but it's called Norman, so it's all good. Here's okay. That's all. And the last one right here is the one I didn't order, but I'm glad I got it, because it's a DC animated movie and I don't have it. And this is Justice Society World War II. I'm glad I got this one though. I'll be honest with you. So mispick, okay. Next up, now this is stuff that I did order. So I got let's see, Donnie Yen, Chow Yun-fat, and Aaron Kwok in The Monkey King. I mean, Donnie Yen and Chow Yun-fat, I'm with that. Bars, Chow Yun-fat, I'm with that. All right. Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure. That's cool. Put that in with my Disney stuff. Gone, Baby Gone. We know what that's all about. I think Casey Affleck did a great job in this. And now, we're going to move into the more premium stuff. These are the more newer titles. These are the newer titles. Now, these weren't part of, like, deals. These was actually, some of these was auctioned. I think, no, actually, these was an auction. These was most of these was $8. I'm trying to think of the prices here. I want to make sure I give you guys good pricing information. Wait a minute, not this one. So, another open copy. I got this one. It's called Ill, the Final Contagium. Contagium. It's about a plague. Next up, now these titles, I do believe these was between, I think all of these was $8, or some of these might have been 11. Between 8 and 11, I got these. And the thing with Whatnot, and we'll talk about that, we're going to talk about Whatnot probably several times on the channel because I think it's a great resource for us collectors. Once you get a certain amount, some guys, they do free shipping right off the muscle as soon as you go in. Sometimes is when you make your first purchase in that show, everything else after that is shipped free. Sometimes most of the time the shipping is started at $3.65. Then when you buy one, sometimes I notice it if you buy one, it'll go down to 70 cents and then stay at 70 cents. Then after you buy so many, it'll become free. So the shipping is fairly reasonable and Whatnot. Most of the guys, the shipping start at $3.65. And then I think it's a maximum for shipping. No matter how much you buy, I think the max is like $8. So it don't matter how much you buy. I think the maximum is $8, I do believe. Let me know in the comment section if you know anything about that. But it looked like to me that most of the shipping start at $3.65 and it goes down with more you buy within that one show. Now, if you jump to another show, it's different. Okay? So now, here's what we got. This is the more premium titles that I got. I picked up a 4K copy of Creed 3. And I think this, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was like $8. Between $8 and $11. I know none of these premium titles I got was over $11. And this is New Seal 4K Creed 3. Next up, I picked up a Blu-ray copy of John Wick Chapter 4. And these are New Seal copies. Now, this one, I watched it yesterday, and I really liked it. This one is called Plane with Gerard Butler. Love this movie. What's his name? Michael Calder. There you go. Michael Calder and Gerard Butler. Fantastic movie. Good little action movie. This take you back to the days of like the early 2000s, late 90s action movies. I liked it. I thought it was enjoyable. I would have liked for them to elaborate a little bit what happened with the Mike Coulter character at the end of the movie. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but if you saw it, you know what happened at the end with his character. I would have liked to have seen something maybe in the post-credits or something, but they just kind of left us hanging with his character. He was a major part of the movie for the whole movie, and at the end, it was just kind of like, what the hell? But, again, good movie. I picked up a new sealed copy of Shazam, the new Shazam. And this is streaming, but I wanted it. Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson, Man from Toronto. And then I picked up a new sealed copy of Avatar, Way of the Water. Just some fantastic titles that I was able to pick up from Whatnot and get some really good prices. This is a lot of stuff. This is probably, if this isn't the biggest haul video I've ever done on the channel, this has got to be the second. I do believe this is the biggest. I think this is the biggest, and I think there's 3, maybe 4 really big haul videos on my entire channel where the hauls are like over 50 titles. This is definitely like 80, 85 titles. So real quick, let's do what we always do. Let's recap everything and go ahead and close this bad boy out. So from Whatnot, we got Avatar, Way of the Water. We got The Man from Toronto. Shazam, The Fury of the Gods. Plane. John Wick Chapter 4. Creed 3. Now, for those premium titles, if I had bought those day one, as soon as they came out, all of these movies would have cost me, day one, we're talking, this would have been about $30. Yeah, about $30 is a 4K. And Creed 3 was a hot title when it first came out. This John Wick, even though it's a Blu-ray, this would have been about 20 bucks. Maybe 22. Playing, again, between 20 and 22. Shazam, easily 2022. This one probably would have been a little bit cheaper. The Man from Toronto. And Avatar, absolutely, between 20 and 22 for the Blu-ray. Absolutely. So I saved a lot of money just not buying day one. Like I said in the video, I rarely buy day one. And I got them for like between 8 and 11 bucks just by waiting. Okay, so that's the new seal stuff from Whatnot. We going back to the other stuff. Gone, baby, gone. Lady and the Tramp 2, Stamp's Adventure. The Monkey King. Justice Society, World War II. Yep, World War II. Norman. Don't ask me about that one. Spell. Bad Guys. The Time Traveler's Wife. Good People. Ill. Final Contagion. Pride and Glory. That's a good movie. Ultraviolet. The King's... not The King's Speech. I think I said that. That's a different movie. I think I got that movie here, or Eva is Coming. This is All the King's Men. The King's Speech. I think I may have that one. Usual Suspect. This is a DVD upgrade. The Proposition. The Call. And this is from the creator of Final Destination. Immigrant. Crimson Peak. The Project. The English Patient. Righteous Kill. Drive Angry. The November Man. Left Behind. The Forger. Mr. Nice. Miracle at St. Anna. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Upgrade, Gran Torino. Risen. The Debt. Hot Tub Time Machine. The Notebook. In the Cut. 2-film Christmas collection, Fred Claus and 4 Christmases. $1 Million Baby. That was a good movie too. Very sad ending. Ladder 49, Travolta and Joaquin Phoenix. I gotta check this one out. I know. It's an old movie. I should have been saw that one. Sue me. Sabrina. City by the Sea. This is another one that looks good. I gotta check this one out. The Gingerbread Man. And that's everything from Whatnot. And I still got more stuff coming for Whatnot. All that's anything that coming after this. This is the first. Anything else coming, I'm saving it till we do the next pickup. This is everything from my local Goodwill. Flight Plan. Derailed. St. Elmo's Fire. Red Eye. The Santa Claus 3 movie collection. Pretty cool having that one. Stillborn. The Butterfly Effect. Stillborn. Yeah, I gotta check this one out. I might check that one out tonight. Way of the Gun. Bagger Vance. The Legend of Bagger Vance. That was a cool movie. Antoine Fisher. It's another good movie. 15 Minutes. I'm a huge De Niro fan and I never saw this movie. Can't say them all, guys. Wayne's World 1 and 2. I'm pretty cool with having this. Takes me back to my childhood. Band of Brothers, the DVD set. This is a nice set. Even though this set is a dime a dozen, anywhere that sells used movies will usually have 1, 2, or 3 of these. Again, Dell on Movies, he got the Blu-ray one for a really good price. Shout out to Dell. From my local pawn shop, it's called We Buy Anything. I'm trying to Superbad, Finest Hour, Hit and Run, Into the Woods. This looks pretty good. Great cast. Body of Lies and Three Kings, Blank Man, Roll Bounce, the Grumpy Men Collection. And from Dragon Master 222, we got the 50 movie sci-fi collection, Conan the Barbarian, 101 Dalmatians, Zero Dark 30, Kong Skull Island, The Karate Kid, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Well, guys, that's everything. Wow, what a month. What a haul. A lot of great stuff that came into the collection. Let me know what you think.